Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Libra. If Libra is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Okay, knock, knock, knock. Let's take a look what we have here in the bowl. What do these tea leaves have to say tonight? And so our card is the High Priestess. Definitely one of my favorite archetypes. I'm sure you're not very surprised by that. Okay. All right, so I'm going to start right here, and we have a most sacred cow. Okay, one of my favorites. Always reminds me of Hathor, the goddess, the Egyptian goddess, and of course fertility, the symbolism of milk, kind of mother's sustenance and that thing that brings life, sustains life, flowing through, all things really, and symbolically, of course, right? And so, I feel that, well, of course, we have this kind of mother goddess, mother, grandmother, consciousness, a sense of serenity, of feeling safe, protected, loved, adored, all of the beautiful things, right? The things that we hope that we have when we're children, the things that we hope we can pass on to our children or the children that are around us, that we are around, that we have a part in raising collectively. Okay, and so I think that this is something that you are really good at if you are, and I say this in not all my readings, but I want you to know that I'm reading for any identity of gender and in a very esoteric sense, Jungian, which I guess I definitely lean towards the Jungian principles. We all have the mother in us, right? We're all a little bit of mother. We're all a little bit of father, and so on. All of the archetypes. So, I think that this particular alignment is very much alive in your life right now. Okay. And I feel that there's somebody who is kind of on the outskirts of your life. This is somebody who maybe is an acquaintance, somebody that you maybe barely know. Maybe you work with them, maybe they're in your community, maybe there's some random friend that you have on Facebook. I know I have a lot of people on Facebook. I don't know them, but we're friends on there because You know, I like their art. They like what I post, whatever. It's somebody kind of like this, right? Not in your direct life necessarily, and in your personal life, I should say. And so I feel that they're very moved by you. You may not realize this, but you have greatly influenced others in your life just by the way that you live. You live with intention. You move with intention. I feel that you are somebody who pays attention to detail. The way that you take care with other people. You are thoughtful. You remember. I think that you're careful to honor others where you can. Okay. And simply by being a person who is, and I say simply, it's not simple. This is maybe one of the most difficult things to achieve authentically, oddly, really, in life these days, is to be a safe person for others. And it's terrible to even consider that that's really where we're at, but it really kind of is like that, isn't it? You are a safe harbor for others. People are drawn to you because they know they can be themselves with you. That is rare. I feel like you have no real agenda but to bring love and care and healing to the world. That's no real agenda, is it? Just a minor little thing, right? And so it's, a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful kind of person to be. A rarity. And definitely that high priestess energy. You help usher people into, these places that most never get a glimpse of. They don't even know that it's a thing. They go through life thinking, this is just how it is. Things are crummy. You all get hurt and stomped on, and everything I do doesn't mean anything. Not in a fun way, not like in an absurd way. Or, like joyful nihilism. But really, like in just like the treachery of being alive. A lot of people live this way continuously, and it's, you have to have such empathy for that. But I think that you help usher people out of these kinds of pitfalls. Just by the way that you live. Okay, we have a goat right here with the floppy ears. Enduring, right? Can traverse those sides of the cliffs. Live in harsh climates. Supposedly can eat anything, although I think that's a trope. Hopefully, that's... I remember as a kid thinking, can goats really eat cans? That's awful to think of now, but I think just resilience, okay? And resourcefulness. Also, silly. You have a lot of humor about life. This is what also makes you very attractive to others. You can laugh about the hard things. You like to cheer people up. You're very clever. Okay. And the goat also very much mother goddess energy. Okay. Not in every configuration, but this one, lacking horns, definitely. You think of a goat with all of her little babes. I forget, what are goats? What are baby goats? I don't know. But, you know, suckling on the mother. Another place that we get milk from, strangely. Although goat cheese is good. I'm not going to lie about that. I don't know that I've ever had goat milk, maybe. But I do like goat cheese with like honey. Oh, my goodness. So I think that, you know, I mean, I wonder what's going on that there's so much activation here. I almost wonder, like, have you taken in somebody recently? Has somebody come to you directly? I do think that, you know, there is somebody, at least on the outskirts, that, you know, in not a creepy way, kind of watches how you live. Maybe, you know, not like stalking you or whatever, but really sees you, feels your energies, and is like, I hope that one day I will be like that. I will come into a self-assurance, self-confidence, really. And we all know these kinds of people that, you know, we come in contact with, and they just have a sense of just self-actualization. Are they perfect? Are they rich and have everything? Are they famous? Are they, you know, worshipped by all? No. No, that's not what I'm talking about. These are people who are of the earth. They almost seem like they're an element of some kind. They could be the moss growing on the side of a fence post. They're utterly beautiful, utterly intoxicating, expansive. They've seen troubles. They've endured. They didn't let life take their joy, their love, their ability to speak up for themselves, to be stern when they need to be, direct. You know, we live in a world, and this is me too, when somebody speaks to me, and I feel like it's hard, like if you speak to me too sharply, I will cry. You can ask my husband. I'm like, I'm not crying because of you. I'm just, you know, I'm very emotional. But somebody who can, with care, tell you, I don't like how you spoke to me. I don't like how you behaved here. I don't appreciate whatever. I would like if this, you know, whatever it is. I have so much respect for somebody who can say clearly, you know, not scornfully, not angrily, but clearly and with confidence, advocating for themselves. And this is that kind of energy. I think that you have this kind of energy. And I think that, you know, traditionally, well, not tradition. I think that's, you know, it could be seen as maybe abrasive or domineering. But those are silly. Those are silly ways to perceive somebody who knows themselves. That's a trap, right? You know, and I think of the aunties or the grandmothers, the babas, you know, our elder folk, you know. These are the people that have that kind of energy. Now, are you older? I don't know. Maybe you are, but you might be young too, and you just have that quality. And it's breathtaking. It's something quite beautiful. I've said this earlier, rare. You know. And I think that in times it probably makes you feel a little bit lonely. You are somebody that has to find people who match your energy. You can't always have a flock, right? You, as you being a shepherd, right? You at times need to have the same level of energy met and be among people who, you feel have these same kind of qualities. Maybe you don't even realize this about yourself, though. That's the other thing. I think that you're probably fairly humble. It's not that you're not self-aware, but I think that you are humble. Okay. And so I do see this image of this person here kind of almost, I imagine, bundled up against the cold weather, right? Kind of out there on the tundra, maybe, going into a harsh environment, but really prepared for this journey, has like the sturdiness for it. Okay. And I don't think that there's anything really, there's no terrible thing happening, but you are a person that, you walk in the light, but you also walk right into the storm when you need to. You'll go right out into that blizzard, that sandstorm, whatever it is. And you will come out on the other side. I think that you don't even consider that you won't. You just figure out how to get things done. And again, this is where people look to you. They think, how do they do that? I hope that one day I will be like them. And maybe they try to angle to be in your life, and maybe that is off-putting to you to some degree. I don't know. But I think that and of course you are under no obligation to take people into your life. Let me just say that. But I think, don't be surprised that people do look towards you. You just have to also reserve your energies. Be able to, dole them out where you really see fit. Prioritize, okay? And take time for yourself. Be away from others. Not interacting all the time. I think that, you're a healer. You are that high priestess, and that can be very depleting. So you have to take care of yourself, your vitality, your, vital resources. Okay. All right. I'm looking at this, and I am so moved to say this to you that I think that it would be interesting, and I see a person kind of standing here over these, it looks like a landscape here. I think that it'd be interesting for you to maybe go take a walk, go on a walkabout, and go look for some interesting natural objects. I think that finding something like a couple of rocks, maybe finding some, sticks, leaves, dried flowers, maybe dry some flowers, whatever it is, go look for something, and make a sacred object for yourself. If you have a garden, or certain plants, trees that you enjoy, maybe on your walk to work, or down the way at your favorite park or whatever, take a clipping, dry it out, You know, put it in a book, put the year, remember this time, put intention into it. Or, you know, put things together, make an arrangement, put it on your wall so you can look at it. Hang it over your bed as a, you know, something to usher in dreams, your intentions, whatever it is. There's no wrong or right way, but it's fun. Someday I'll put up some pictures of some of the sacred objects I've made out of found natural things. But I do enjoy making these kinds of magical devices, as I like to call them. But I think it's important for us to all kind of do these things. It does not have to mean anything to you particularly. You don't have to be spiritual or religious or doing magic or anything like that. But really just going through the motion of contemplation while you are creating, you know, and putting intention into the universe. But if it's more complex than that, then wonderful, you know, something worth thinking about. Okay, so I think in maybe the next 3 days, maybe weeks, you're going to have 2 choices coming up. Oops, and I'm not even focused, of course. 1, 2, 3. So 3 weeks, 3 days, maybe. You're going to have 2 major choices. This is going to kind of alter how the next cycle goes for you. What is this? I don't know. There's nothing very specific about it, but I do wonder if this has something to do with maybe, I don't know, wellness or love. Possibly fertility. Just looking at this here, we have 2 people entangled, and then here we have a person sitting and contemplating. So I think one, you know, it might be within these 2 realms. Okay. And if you know what that is, you let me know if you want to share. If not, you know, I'm sending you my love. I do love hearing the comments, though, or reading the comments and hearing about what's going on with you. How do you relate to these things? Okay, and so we have the Wild Bohemian affirmation cards, and this is the fire element. Last week we had the earth element. So we've done all 4. We're coming back around to the fire. I'm kind of deciding, am I going to go with some oracle cards next? Am I going to do, you know, I don't know. I have those gratitude cards I did. I like those. I'm not sure, but I do really like these particular set of these elemental kind of affirmation cards. So we're back here again. Okay, and here we go. Okay, it says, I have come. You have nothing to hide, nothing to prove. You know who you are in love. That's that energy we're talking about. You just are who you are. And it's beautiful and it's glorious and we love it. We are here for it. All right. Okay, Libra, I'm going to say thank you for spending this time with me tonight. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it helps us get into the algorithm. And as we know, the algorithm kind of decides how far the videos go, how many, you know, people are going to maybe possibly, you know, subscribe to the channel. All of those kinds of things. So it likes engagement. We give it engagement. Some of the ways that you can help support the channel are liking the video, watching the readings from the beginning to the end, sharing the video on other forms of social media platforms or whatever. What else? If you haven't subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. Between now and the next Libra reading, you can watch your other placements, your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising. I know a lot of you watch your Venus, and people do cross-watching stuff, which I'm confused about exactly what that means because I've seen different meanings. I'm going with it is that you are watching readings for other loved ones. You like your kids, your significant other, your crush, your mom, your dad, you know, whoever, your cat maybe. And I support that. Go ahead and do that. All you want. And if you want to leave a comment, please do. I read every single one of them. I reply back to all of them. And it might take me a day or two to get to your comment, but I promise I will. They all mean so much to me. I love getting to know each and every one of you. And the energy is always appreciated. Okay. I think that's all of it. I'm going to go ahead and say thank you again, and we will talk in just a few days.